Today I'm going to continue with my Monopoly game, and I'm going to handle the condition where a player runs out of money. If they run out of money, they're booted from the game. If there's one player left, that player is declared the winner. So this is like the 14th video in a series. If you haven't been following along, and you might want to, we can go to the description, get that link, put it in your browser. You can get a copy of the end of 13 Properties UI-video. You're going to hit these three dots. You won't have this stuff, but you will have edit. You click edit and you're going to get the Roblox Studio come popping up if you have it installed. And it's going to be the end of my 13th video, right? This one right here, this is where I'm starting from. You will have to save it off though. So you can go to File, and then maybe publish to Roblox as, make it a new game. There we go. And we'll say 14 ran out of money. 14 ran out of money. And I'm going to do dash video so that I know that with my video version. There we go. I'm turning Team Create off, and I'm going to hit Create. Let's get started. Let's start off by going down to replicated storage, hitting our little arrow, and we got a bunch of remote events. I like to do separate remote events for different things. It's easier to track my code. I can search, I can do a Control-Shift-F on the remote event, and everything will pop up that I'm using the remote event for. So I'm going to go to replicated storage. I'm going to make 2, hit the plus, add a remote event. Where is it? That's the one downside. You get a lot of them. And I'll do one for out of money RE. That's going to fire when a player runs out of money. And then I'll do another one, hit the plus, hit an R, remote event. This one is going to be winner RE. How about you win RE? Because we have no condition where anybody can win. So now we don't have the full game. We don't have trading. We can't build houses yet. But at the end of this video, we're going to have the ability to have a winner and a loser. So I'm going to start with my game manager. I'll put that in server script service. Let's open server script service. Go to game manager. And near the top, I'm going to add a reference to my out of money RE. I'll handle that condition first. So we'll do a local out of money RE, and that is in replicated storage. We already have a reference to that, RS. Wait for child, out of money RE. So I'm going to take a look at take turn, right? So take turn is where we could actually run out of money when we take a turn. Let's see, where is it at? Oh, it's a big one. There we go. We got take turn here. I'm noticing here we're waiting for the player to roll. We're going to have to do a check here in case somebody quits, like if they rage quit or they lose their internet connection. We don't want to be hanging if somebody's waiting. I think down here, right above update leaderboard, is a good place to put this code. So here we change money, we subtract money from some sort of transaction we did. So this is a good place to check to see if we have sufficient money to continue playing. Now, if they don't have enough money to make the purchase and they make the purchase, they're going to be booted from the game. We're not going to safeguard them. It's more like real life, right? Oh, made a purchase. Oh, I ran out of money. The bank doesn't say, oh, sorry, let me just cancel all that transaction. Nah, they get you. So that's what we're going to do. So let's do it. If session data for the player in regards to the player's money, we're going to check to see if that money is less than 0. We'll let them stay if it is exactly 0. But if it's less than, you are a loser, bruh. And then we'll do it. Out of money RE. Let's do fire client. And then player, right? We have to fire it to the person who lost. I figured that I think for updates to the other players, I'm going to use the chat system. That way we don't have too many UIs popping up with different people, but every time something happens, we're going to report it in the chat for that player. I thought that would be an organized way of doing things. Plus you get to learn how to use the chat system from your scripts. All right, so we fire off the remote event. It's going to send some sort of message up to the person who lost, but we need to actually kick them from the game. We'll say session data for the player, and that is an is playing flag we have will now equal false. They'll no longer be able to take a turn. And then we're going to get the number of players, and we're going to subtract that. We'll do a negative equals 1. So that's going to decrement the number of players. If you're wondering how I'm going to reset this game, I'm actually going to put this game in a lobby. You're going to join in the lobby, the server will be spun up, and then you'll start in the game. So I'm not going to do a lot of resetting in here. We're just going to start a new game, a whole new server, every time a group of people want to play. And we'll do 2 or more. All right, let's put a note here, because there's one thing we can't do yet, and we will in this video. We're going to free up the assets of the player. Right now, it's just properties. So we're going to free properties. Maybe we'll do a little cleanup here. All right, so any properties that player owned is going to go back to the bank. And then maybe we'll just wait 5 seconds so that we know what's going on. Everybody can catch up, read the info in the chat, which we'll do in another video, so you can't see the chat stuff yet. All right, now what are we going to do? Let's make a user interface component to pop up for the loser or one of the non-winners, right? So I want to go down to Starter GUI, open that up. Ooh, I got a screen GUI already created. And then on the screen GUI, I am going to make a frame. Now, I think I'll just do, yeah, let's do a frame so that we could put a close button on there for them. We'll hit plus, frame, and let's call the frame ran out of money. Frame, FRM, so I don't forget it's a frame like I just did. Let's go ahead and do this. Nice. We got it right here. Let's change some of the properties on that frame. Maybe go down to anchor point. I'll center it. I'll do a 0.5 and 0.5 for the anchor point. Anchor point is centered. Now when I position that frame, that's going to be centered. Go to position. I'll make that 0.5, 0, 0.5, 0. There we go. And let's change the size. It's in pixels, 100 pixels by 100 pixels. I'll make that 0.5 by 0, 0.5, and 0. There we go. Pretty big. Letting you know, nope, you're not going to keep going. So I need a message label right here and then a close button down there. I think what I'm going to do is check around at my other stuff. Here we go. Player, Q player, frame. That's pretty good. We got this message label here. Let's go ahead and copy that. So I should have all my fonts and stuff set up, right? Let's do a right click and then we'll do a copy. Go to our ran out of money frame and then we'll paste into. That's pretty good. Let's keep that. And then I need a button. I have a close button on my Q player frame. I'm going to copy that one too. Copy. There we go. And then I'm going to go to my ran out of money and I'll do a paste into. Oh, bummer. We don't have any close scripts on there. That's fine. That's pretty big. I wonder if we should change the size. We can if we want to. I like that size there. But for now, let's just keep moving on. I'll make this, maybe I'll make this smaller though. I'll just eyeball it. Clean it up later, right? There we go. Let's put a script on there to close that frame. Hit the plus. Local script. We'll just say like close loc, close script. Yeah, loc. I like that. Local script. And this will be pretty easy. We just need to get a reference to our button. close button, right? Script.parent. And then we'll do a frame, FRM, close button dot parent. Yeah, good. So this is getting a reference to our button. This is getting a reference to our ran out of money frame. And then we'll do, if the close button is activated, we'll connect that to an anonymous function, and we'll get the frame, make it visible, false. All right, we just want to close it. We don't want to open close it. Cool. So we also have to have a script that opens this up. I'll put this on the ran out of money frame. Hit a plus. It's also going to be a local script. And what should we call it? We could do like just open frame, right? Open frame. Oops, that's an end. Frame loc. There we go. If we keep it general like that, we can copy and paste it. It's been about at least a year since I've done all this stuff, so I might not be up to speed on where everything's at. But next video, I should be up to speed. But we'll be all right. We can just go ahead and figure it out as we go along. I'm going to get the remote event that gets fired when somebody runs out of money. It's going to be in replicated storage. What is it? Game, get service, replicated storage. And then I'll just call it RE, keep it general. Replicated storage, wait for child. It is the ran out of money RE. When that's fired off, RE dot on client event connect function. We're just going to open that thing up. Frame dot visible. Oh, I didn't get a frame. We'll go ahead and get a variable for the frame. Hold on. Equals true. So this is going to open it up, but we did not get the frame variable. Let's do that. Local frame equals script.parent, right? Because I have my open frame loc right on the frame. All right, this should work if we run out of money. Let's just go ahead and make this a different color. I think I'll do, click this ran out of money. We're going to go down to our background color. Let's make this a little bigger. If I can grab it. Oh my gosh, there we go. Click that. Maybe we'll make it like a blue color. Kind of sad. And we'll make this transparent. Maybe lighter. Oh, purple. Purple good. Let's try purple. All right, so we'll do okay. Let's make this transparent so we can see the same color. We'll just get our message label, and then we'll go down to background transparency, make that 1. Cool. And we can go ahead and change the text too. I won't update that with code. So with the message label selected, let's go down here where it says text. There, this text right here. We're going to change the label to something like, you have defaulted on your financial obligations and will be removed from the game. Exclamation mark. Did I spell everything right? You have defaulted on your financial obligations and will be removed from the game. Good. All right, now we need a winner one too. So let's just go ahead and copy this whole thing. And we'll do a Control D. So we have 2 of them that are the same. I'm going to make this ran out of money frame invisible. Find visible. There it is, visible and unchecked. We still see it because that's our copy. That's this one right here. Let's call this one you win frame, right? So you win frame. And we'll change some stuff here. Open loc is good. But you know what? Let's change that. Open loc frame This is going to be the you win RE. You win RE. Everything else can stay the same. The close button will be fine. All right, it says okay. It closes it. And then the message label, we got to change the message label. We also probably should change this background too, so you get used to seeing a winner or a loser type of message. All right, so for our message label, we need to find text. Scroll down a little bit. Text. This one right here. I just double click, delete, and then I'll say, you are the winner. Yeah, there we go. Maybe we'll make that background like yellow or something. Something exciting. There we go. Oh, that's the background color 3 of the message. We're doing it on the frame. You win frame. How about like a light yellow? There we go. Kind of seizure yellow there. All right, looking good. Let's get the code finished off so that this is working better. I am going to make this invisible though. The you win frame should be functioning. Let's go down to visible and we'll uncheck. Let's go to our game manager, scroll up to server script service, double click game manager, open it up, and near the top, under out of money RE, let's make a variable for our you win RE, and it is in replicated storage, RS, wait for child, you win RE. Now we have a function called check for winner. Let's do a control F, and then we'll change whatever text is in there to check for winner. Ah, look at that. All right, so check for winner only checks to see if there's one player left. We have to do an if statement in the for loop. Make sure that the player is playing. Remember, we turned off the player that lose. We made it false for is playing. So here, if data is playing, so that is the data that's on each player, equals true, then they are a winner, right? We have one player left. Is playing is true. Oh, not a do. Then we'll go down here, put our end in here, format selection, boom. Now this will fire for the winner. So now we can do a remote event. So we'll do you win RE. We're going to notify them. Fire client, and then we'll pass in the player. But the player isn't spelled player, it's spelled PLY, right? Because this is for each player and the data associated. So that is the player. We're going to send a remote event to the player saying, hey, you're the winner. If you'll recall, in our take turn, let's do a control F, click control F, take turn, we wrote this note here, free properties. Well, let's go ahead and make the call because we're going to have to go to board utils for that. So we could do this board utils. We haven't made the function. It's not very long, but I'm going to call it here first since I'm in my game manager, right? So I'll do board utils. Let's call it free properties from loser, right? And that is a player we're going to get. This isn't being called yet, so you'll get an error if you just leave it like this. Let's go ahead and copy it so we don't mess up the name though. Control C. We're going to go to our board utils. If you don't know where that is, because I forgot, it is under the board somewhere, right? Board utils, here it is, under the board game. Open that up, and we got our community chest, we got our chance. We still got to do stuff with that too, right? Like move back, go to jail, create board. Oh, here we create board. An it board. We could do this here. So we're going to get a function, control V. Notice we don't have local because we're calling it from the game manager. And let's do a loop. We'll do a for I and v in pairs. We'll get our board map. It has all the information of our board. Do. And then if v, that's the board item, right? We have an owner for each property. If there is an owner and the owner's name equals the player name, then let's make v owner equal nil. And we'll say v num of houses will be 0. And we'll have to do other cleanup too. When we have houses, we'll have to destroy them. Other cleanup as needed. Just a note for later. All right, I'm going to try this out. I'm going to use the test server. Oh, you know what? I'm going to make the money really small so we run out of money. So I'm going to go to my game manager again. And when we initialize our player, we have 1,500. I might forget to do that during the video. I want to switch this back to 1,500. This is just for testing. Let's just make it 200. All right, just for testing. But if I forget to show you how to turn that back, remember, right here, you want to turn that back to 1,500. We'll get 2 players on our test server. I'll hit the start. I'm going to pause the video because this might take like 2 minutes or so. All right, we got some startup stuff. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Get rid of that. Oh, we got 2 players. 1 fell. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. We should be teleported to the game soon. Boom. Somebody's going to play. We'll hit the roll. Dice went. Cool. Got the iron. Yep, let's buy it because we want to run out of money. Oh, I'm going to have to move that. Move stuff. That's hard to get. Let's do another roll for the other guy. And whatever that was. I think that's like luxury tax or something. We haven't done that one yet. Let's get a roll. All right, 140. Ooh, we are at 0. We didn't default on our financial obligations yet, but we will very soon. Here I'm the wheelbarrow. Oh, go to jail, but we didn't implement that yet. We didn't do the collect 200 for go either. Roll this guy. Okay, this should make me default, right? 180, buy. You have defaulted on your financial obligations and will be removed from the game. You are the winner. So I'm done. And okay. All right, nice. And then maybe next video, I think I'll do the lobby to map setup. So we go in the lobby, start the game, and then we could be teleported back when the game is over.